And then, hey, that's how the job came about. Just from me saying, this is what I'm interested in, Sally, can you get me in? Because a lot of companies do refer on internal referrals. Hi, I'm Dr. Abena Bubbers-Jones. I'm an occupational health physician, a serial entrepreneur, and founder of Medic Footprints, the global platform that connects doctors with the best in diverse career opportunities. So I have helped hundreds of doctors like you move from clinical to high value, non-clinical industry roles in companies like Bain, Bupa, Roche, as well as startups. And so I'm going to tell you how you can do exactly the same. 85% of jobs are never advertised. So why are you spending all of your time applying for the other 15%? So the big question is, where are these 85% of jobs that are never advertised? And most importantly, how do you get those opportunities? So as doctors, what we're used to is waiting for jobs to be advertised on certain platforms, and then we have to look at the criteria, make sure we absolutely fit the qualifications to a T, otherwise we're not eligible. So hey, the rules are completely different in industry, and you need to really learn how to play the game. So when you see jobs that are actually advertised, so that's about 15% according to statistics that were brought out by LinkedIn last year. That means that everyone is seeing those jobs, and therefore everyone who's anyone is applying. So even if you are the best person for the job, you are literally relying on fate and statistics to actually be successful. So usually when you're applying, it will go to a computer or an applicant tracking system, and they will say yes or no based on technology more than anything else. So the question is, how do you find the other 85%? Where is it? They're not advertised. And so the key to that is your network. So you may have heard, your network is your net worth. And what does that mean? Most, if not all of these really great, juicy, non-competitive opportunities come from the people that you know, the people that you spend most of your time with. And if you're someone like me who's an entrepreneur, you create your own opportunities. And let me tell you, they are absolutely the best opportunities. So you may have listened to one of my podcast episodes where I talk about the 3 doors: the front door, the side door, and the back door, right? So the front door is where you would apply for jobs normally when you see it's advertised. The side door, say for example, you decide you're already in a clinical job in a private health company and you want to get into the commercial side of things. So you talk to your boss and say, hey, I'm interested in doing commercial, and then you get some shadowing, and then a role comes up, and then without having to have applied for anything externally, you end up moving through the company into a completely another department. And I see that all the time, particularly with doctors that start off in clinical roles and end up looking after, say, the marketing department. I've seen that with one of the doctors that we work with, but that's how it works. The back door is when you've got a friend say, hi, Sally, I'm interested in developing my career in HealthTech. They say, hey, I'm working in a really great HealthTech company right now. And to be honest, they're looking for another doctor to work on medical accuracy. So Sally comes to me and says, hey, do you want to come? And so I'm introduced to Sally's team. And then, hey, that's how the job came about. Just from me saying, this is what I'm interested in, Sally, can you get me in? Because a lot of companies do refer on internal referrals. So good people in companies refer other great people. And so think about what that could mean for you if everyone around you was working in that industry, or at least knew that you were interested so they could refer you on. And what we see is doctors don't talk about what they want to do at all. And they spend most of their time with other people not doing what they want to do in their clinical environment. And that is one of the biggest problems that doctors face, especially when they are looking to grow beyond that stereotypical mindset of it's best to continue with your qualifications, it's best to stay where we are because it's comfortable, right? It's so comfortable to keep on doing what you do. The devil you know rather than the devil you don't. So what can you do about this? The key is be clear on what you want to do. Talk to people about it. So we always talk about your warm market, people that know you already, family and friends, regardless of whether they're in the area you're interested in, most of them will be connected with someone who's connected with someone who will. The second actionable point is make sure sure that you're spending as much time as you can with people who are doing what you want to do. And I know practically that's quite difficult, especially when you've got bills to pay, right? You've got to continue with your medical work. However, this is one of the reasons why we developed our Doctors in Industry Fellowship, where we've got doctors who are all like-minded, who are all aiming for the same thing. That's high-value careers in industry. And it is that mindset and the brainwashing away from what you don't want to do towards what you do want to do. And that in itself creates so many opportunities. We've had doctors collaborating with each other. We've had doctors introducing other doctors to opportunities, companies. We've got events that we go to with big names like Google. Like, the opportunities are huge, but if you're not in it, you'll never get there. So get in the room, and that's where those opportunities will come to you.